All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
We go, son.
The mic, boy.
Go, lady.
Get your swerve on! Wait, that.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line. Red 80. Hey, it's coming up. Young lady.
Get ready! Get ready!
A shotgun snap for Darnold. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And the tight end Luke Stocker was the target. And that'll make it 3rd down. This secondary, Charles, much maligned during the week. They didn't have their best game in the loss last week, but a nice play there.
Yeah, and I just know what they went through last week. I mean, ever since that time, their pride was hurt. They kept getting reminded of it in the local media, had to watch it on tape, and you know the coaches just got after him. They came in ready to...
He rifles one that's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Hey, switch gears.
Greystone, travel. Let's go.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Kalen Ballage with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gostkowski with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line. We go, set.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they...
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Pass, there he goes, left side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Kalen Ballage with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. And
I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Here we go, son. Waiting. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end.
On second down now. It's Jacobs, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Here goes, son. Rip right, rip right. Watch 13. 13's crossing. Check 13. Single, single. Single, single. Here we go.
To throw is Darnold. And that is incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
On the ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A little tough on the secondary there. In zone defensively. Quarterback had time to survey and find a spot.
And if you want to change things up and put a little more pressure on him, you can go to man coverage. Everyone matches up and send more pressure. But you can also do it out of zone coverage if you're worried about what's going to happen on your back end. Send someone else, drop someone else out of the line. The old zone blitz could come into play to try and get that pressure on the quarterback.
2nd and 1. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Hey, lock it.
They'll run here with Ballage. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Ready? 18 games. Come on, let's go. Shoot! Shoot! Check 99! Check 99! Rush in! Rush in! Rush in! Go out! Show it up! Kill, kill,
Kill. Hey, Sam off. Check. Hey.
Now Balaj, and an alley to run. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
He'll look to throw. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Mike 54. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Go. 15 Lonnie. They're running it. Go. Go.
2nd and 4. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
22 jet bomber. Check. Watch 54. Come on. Bravo.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. It's been a long day for you.
Go.
1-7. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Tighten up.
Now back to throw. And he's got his target. That's more. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 34-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Recon 132 fighter. Lucky. Hey, Foxtrot.
Mike's by 4. Man, I got you.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hey, team 6.
54, right there. 54 Mike. Here we go.
Hey, watch it.
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 14.
Let's go.
Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Mike 5.
Hey, watch the ball.
Mike 55.
Big trip.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Matt Judon, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Under 10.
Buzz.
Kill.
Hard. Guard.
Watch the ship. Check it out, read.
Get it.
2nd and long. And he's going to go down again. DeMarcus Lawrence has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to Balaj. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know you've got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Started minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
Whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, well, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
Here's Bosher to kick it away.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
80 weapon. Here we go.
On second down, Jacobs. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Here we go, Sam. Red 80. Red 80. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Hey, high 7.
51, Mike. Mike 51.
On first down, it's Darnold. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It was Breeland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Slam, slam. Here we go, yellow lady.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
That's right, baby. Hey, wahoo!
3rd and long, it's Darnold. That is caught. It's Perriman. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
From the 41, Darnold. Stocker's got it. Complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's caught. Smith. Touchdown, Indianapolis. In for the score as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 30, 10, 5. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Kalen Ballage on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Gostkowski the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you've got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check. Crunch. 35's the mic.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's got Smith here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Check safety.
Go 80.
From the 45 on second down, Darnold. And this one complete to Smith. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Slam.
Go 80.
Mike, Army.
Mike 35. Hey, check.
35's the mic. Get him.
Red 80.
Check.
A first down throw, Darnold. Completes his short throw to Stocker. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. He's got this one complete to Perriman. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously, more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math, they did it well, and it works for them.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Josh Jacobs as the first half is winding down. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Hauschka adds the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Alpha. Check Leo. Fresno. Go.
2nd and 10. And he'll find Moreau here. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Go.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, watch it. Hatchet. Slam.
Now.
They run it with Balaj. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hey, Charlie.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Smooth.
Watch the twist.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Rock it.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Switch.
Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Red 80. D, we're pretty quiet.
Big Ed.
You know, young lady.
Kill.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs.
Run.
It's the Pro Bowler Jamie Collins that makes the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
51.
Greystone travel.
51. You're not.
Once again, it's Jacobs. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check out route.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Red 80.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Darnold now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
2nd and inches at the 17-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Mike 35.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Complete. Smith has it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Let's go.
He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Mike 35.
Blue draw Porkers.
Here's Jacobs. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. Now Ito Smith. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jermaine Kearse, his 1st touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Hauschka with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Balaj. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't it?
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Yep.
You. It comes to me, it's me.
Hey, lock it.
3. Watch the safety creep.
You're out. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. 5.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. We have played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Look at me. Zipper. Go.
Back to throw here. And no, it's incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, Jacobs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Give me some. Here we go. Check 26, check 27.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Mike.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
3.
Second and 11 at the 12-yard line.
Hey, Mike.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Red 80.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up into great success.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Here we go now with Smith. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Whip. Watch the
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll run with Jacobs, and he takes it in for a Colts score. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Ricky. He's coming. We got nice touch.
On 1st down, Jacobs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Josh Jacobs with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Hauschka with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Watch the pass.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football.
Here we go.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw here. This is Johnson. He's got it. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, exit. 55.
He'll look to throw. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And he's got this down to the 35. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
All day, every day, any day.
Come on, set. 30 base.
55. Too low.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Gator. Hey, Zoo.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55.
Hard.
Record. You go take.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Try to get it all back with 1 big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. This to get it back to a 1-score game. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. A run there on 1st down gets 3 up to the 28. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jacobs. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Shift.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Red 80. Red 80.
Hey, Delta.
51 to Mike. 50.
Now it's Darnold. The open man is Smith. It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it. In this defense, they needed that 1 more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that 1 more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
6-yard line.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and it took a big fourth quarter to do it, but bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah, it is the bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious moments along the way, though, a few sweaty palms, not just for the team, but for their fans. As you mentioned, down going into the fourth quarter. How about the rally? How about the comeback? Getting it done on both sides of the ball, holding them when they needed to, and